Okay, well, we're trying to haul out. They need all the furling sails off and they're shackled on, so I gotta go up and unshackle them. So here it goes. Got all my tools.
You have life insurance, right? You have extended health care?
What's your mother's maiden name?
My mother's maiden name?
No, can we extend my life insurance? You gotta figure it out. Got the first sail flake.
So we're just getting ready for haul out. It's me and Earl here. Barry is on his trip now and Simon will be here next week, but sounds like we have to pull the boat back, flip it around and go butt end in. So I'm gonna be pulling the ropes to get it to turn, and then we had to cut the mizzen boom rope in order for the lift to get in there. So I'll try and grab video, but it's gonna be pretty hands-on, but I'll do my best.
Oh, you went right up against it, eh?
I don't know what that means. So, look at her. The hull's in great shape. Just walking behind the boat. Wow, this is such a special moment. Fucking did it.
So as I said, these are leaky tikis, and if the leaky tiki part is not addressed, it turns into a moldy oldie. And we have got a lot of mold down below. So first order of business will be to deal with that. Some of it's black mold, so we're gonna be wearing respirators down below right now. But yeah, it's pretty nasty stuff.
So there's a soft spot on the deck right here. We were aware of it when we got her, but you can see, and this goes into the captain's quarters. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's where I have seen the most mold. So I suspect that this is kind of the worst of our problems, but we don't really know yet because this is all very new. I was so excited when we took the covers off and exposed this. It's beautiful. There's tons of storage in here too, and things we haven't even gone through, but there's just endless areas for storage.
Oh no, that's a Bruce. It is a huge Bruce. That's got to be like 80 pounds.
Proper size anchor for this boat.
Yeah.
I
nice tall bowsprit.
I love it.
How does it feel? Does it feel solid?
It feels, I'm 120 pounds, so anything feels solid to me.
I'm gonna stay over here then.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure that out later, but I mean, it's all reinforced with steel, so.
Now this is not something I've seen before. This winch, this anchor windlass, operates on 110 with a giant induction motor inside of there.
I wonder, does it hook up to the generator?
That's exactly it. So he's had this generator because he didn't have a proper inverter system to run it off the batteries, or the batteries weren't in good enough nick to run them.
We get to keep that if we need it, otherwise we donate it to the rowing club, but it seems like it'll come in handy. It also has a matching cover, which is crazy. So
matching covers.
everything, even the boxes have covers. The butterfly hatches have covers.
So what you're trying to say is I have a lot of stitching work ahead of me.
No, actually those things were, a lot of them in good condition. They're below the boat. I think we should almost put back anything that like the deck boxes, like they don't need to be uncovered. They're not going to get moldy just sitting outside. And then that way we know what needs to be repaired. We'll go through
they won't get moldy because the water's going right through them.
Right. The sails were in amazing condition.
Yeah.
That I think was the real blessing. The sails and the hull so far were like kind of what was like probably the biggest scary things. Not that I really know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's go talk about some more scary things down below.
Oh, you know what? We probably need better masks than these, but for right now we're just gonna do a walkthrough and we're not gonna disturb
Yeah,
it.
because I'm not going to be able to hear you in the camera.
So you can see I've already taken the cushions off because that is going to be something that holds on to moisture, and we want to start airing this out. So today we're gonna like take steps towards that. But the other mattresses and cushions I put in garbage bags and I'm gonna dispose of them. From my understanding, you can't get mold out of tight weave fabric, so we're gonna see if we can save the cushions upstairs. We'll open them up and see, but Simon has experience with making cushions before, so if we have to sacrifice the cushions, not a big deal, because there's a lot in here.
You can see that faint white mold that, you know, if you were to leave your boat not properly ventilated all winter and you come back, it's always going to look like that. It's just like the oils and the natural stuff that's inside of the teak comes out, and all the mold can interact with that. It's not too often that you get on boats that are big enough to have a huge framed photo, multiple frame photos. These bulkheads are gigantic. Look at this wrapping around, like soft wrap, and then the carving of tigers into this little, it's just gorgeous. So this is the crew head in here. Pretty sizable. So we're only the third owners probably?
I think so.
That's crazy. If anyone knows anything about free boats, by the time you get your hands on it, you're usually the 20th or the 30th owner.
Welcome to our kitchen.
This is
we have a washer dryer.
a galley with a washer dryer.
As far as I know, it works. It looks like probably the newest thing on this boat. So you can see this is exactly what we're dealing with.
There's some of the worst of it right there.
Well, some emphasis on some. It seems to be in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So, and also I think there's spiders in here.
It's a boat. Of course there's spiders in here. It's unbelievable just how big everything is in this. Like, I'm used to sharp lighting station just being like this little square here, you know, and it just stretches out. This is a full-on desk. Like, it's massive.
I'm not sure if we have to return the charts, but it would be amazing if we could keep them.
Yeah, they're also not legal tender anymore because they're outdated. But yeah, you've got all of your instrument panels here. Real basic. Obviously, a lot of the electronics haven't been updated in a long time in this boat. So you're looking at a pretty minimal setup for a boat this size, especially. They may not have had very complex electronics back then, but they certainly had a nice engine room. All right, so this is the engine room. Not standing room engine room, but hey, it's still pretty damn good. I'm not used to having an engine room. It's always a compartment on most boats. This is a room. It's got a workbench. We got an Onan genset back here that's got quite a lot of issues. We've got a nice Volvo Penta 6-cylinder here with no issues. Well,
except
almost
for
no issues.
a bilge pump fell on one of the belts when we were under motor, and we lost a belt on the alternator.
Oh, that'll explain.
And that one is like, some of them look like they were ready to fall off, more or less. Which was.
So we've got some maintenance to do here.
We got some maintenance, but the motor ran fine.
We got clogging fuel lines or fuel filters.
Yeah.
We've got potentially a leak in our wet exhaust, and we've also got some loose belts. So, all right, it's not perfect, but it's still an operating engine, which is spectacular.
She operated very well under motor. When
You've got your charging setup and control panel here for all your AC stuff. So, it's a bit of two different worlds. There's a huge hot water heater in here. There's just a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this room going through everything. And we're gonna clean it up and make it a lot brighter in here because I like a nice bright engine room so I can see what I'm doing.
Agree. Oh, careful! There's a bowl of diesel on the ground that we haven't dealt
with.
with.
I was gonna go take a little sip back.
Okay, good. The bilge is actually not that bad down there.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Okay, never mind.
I take
that back. back.
That is a bilge pump sitting down there, not doing anything.
It fell.
Oh, look at that nice, you got a nice drill down there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, ma'am. That's a toast drill. Don't worry, it was about a $20 drill tops.
Okay, well, it's a $0 drill now.
Yeah. Big fridge.
This is just storage, I guess. There used to be a curtain that ran. You can see here some
A lot of the molding issues.
nasty shit, lots of
It's
splatters.
not so bad actually. 'Cause it looks really bad in the photos, but like most of that's just peeling paint.
Can anyone, you know what, we'll take bets. Well, maybe we'll do a poll. Who thinks this is bad? Who thinks this is Simon's opinion not that bad? I don't know anything. Simon definitely knows more about this shit, but I don't know. That kind of looks bad to me, but I'm just...
Oh yeah, that's dry rot. That's toast.
I'm just a small town girl, so...
That's really bad. The aft berth, captain's quarters, yeah, sure.
So I put a humidity meter in here the other day, and it's at 80%.
Oh, nice.
So that's not very good.
Okay.
I wish you guys could have seen it before I came in here yesterday, or the day before. I took off all the bedding. It actually looked beautiful in here, minus the dry rot, or the rot and stuff. But so when we said that there was a soft spot on the decking on the was it starboard side berth, that's right over here.
Right on.
So.
But as you can see, you got the headboard with the bronze pirate windows right in it. Just spectacular.
Spectacular.
You can walk around the entire... Is this the queen size or a double?
I think it's a queen size.
Yeah, queen size bed.
We got to get this bed out of here ASAP.
But
Come to check out the bathroom. Also, beautiful mirror, another TV.
right in front of the bed. We won't think about that too much.
Yeah, fucking huge bathtub.
A bath. Have you guys ever seen a bathtub in a boat? Like, so we're about 5 minutes into cleaning out the boat, and we've already found
6 weapons.
4 firearms and 2 swords.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. Actually,
you stick them with the pointy end.
boop. Just kidding. I would never stab you yet. We need each other.
Yes.
Also, beautiful horsehair. I don't know what you do with that.
The more we dig into this, the more interesting of a man Evan becomes.
I don't even know how to explain because it's a lot of stuff. I've started taking things off the wall that we're going to return to Evan, his personal effects, and also going through cupboards. I'm really excited because I just found some engine room logs. We didn't know we had those. So that will at least give us some idea of how things have been maintained. There's a lot of things that aren't on the list that we're just finding that are amazing. Little oil lamp. This beautiful lamp that was in the crew bathroom, the crew head. So basically I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take everything off the wall that's not wired in and just put it together, and then we'll see what we have, because like when we got this boat, everything happened so quickly. This is our first look at what is in here and what needs to be cleaned. So yeah, so cleaning montage now.
As Haley is busy at work getting all the stuff out of here, I'm following up behind her with a drill and a brush, a whole lot of vinegar, some other cleaning agents, rags, and we're just like blitzing this thing. We gotta get all the mold out of here so it's safe for human habitation. I'm gonna go put my mask back on, and really, it's nasty stuff. Have a Volvo Penta MD40 in there. It's a 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel. It's quite a lot of power for a sailboat, but this is quite a lot of sailboat. Now, her main issue is essentially just being left to sit for too long. And when you leave any internal combustion engine to sit for too long, standard consumables tend to go. So the fuel doesn't last forever, so our first step is to get rid of all of this old diesel. Of course, this is a huge boat, so it doesn't just have one fuel tank. But 3 tanks. Chunky. Gonna have to clean this bilge quite a lot afterwards as I put a fair bit of diesel down here too. Okay, we're not quite done all the cleaning. We've found a lot of cool stuff in here, including an entire book written by the previous owner about his life, the sailing, the 30 years that he's owned this boat. And there's quite a legacy with this boat. There's a lot to learn about it. I'm really excited to get into it because honestly, we've had this boat for about a week now. And we don't know all that much about it. We're just getting to know the guy. I only heard about this boat like 9 days ago. So it's been quite the roller coaster. But lots of reading material so far.
I'm in the V-berth right now. I've just cleaned every surface. You can see it sparkles a little bit. It's shiny. I haven't gone in the chain locker. Not gonna lie, I don't know what I'm gonna find in there, so I'm just gonna hold off for right now. But already 1,000 times better. I think once I let this air out, because the humidity is like close to 100% in here, I'm gonna go in with hot soapy water, wipe the whole thing down again, and then once that dries, I'll probably respray it with vinegar. Though I'm always open to other suggestions, but I think that that's probably my game plan for just getting the filth of everything off.
All right, well, the cleaning has gone over really well. The mold smell is totally gone now, and the boat is just so much nicer to be in. Now that things are clean, we can really see just how bad the rot is. And as you can tell over above my head, all of this in the center of the boat is totally fine. But when we get towards the edges over here, there's not every beam, but these ones here on the port side especially, soft. Hard here, but soft in the last like foot, 12 inches, maybe 16 inches of the beam is soft here too. But then you get back here and it's hard again, hard again. So there's like some spots, right? It's not as bad as completely needing to be torn out, but you know, most of them are fine. It's just a few of them that are pretty bad, and when they're pretty bad, they're really bad. Like look at that, right up to here, just on the surface, which means it probably goes back to here. So that one's probably the worst one on the boat, but it's not the only one. We got a few more, and yeah, so I have ambitions of being able to do that work from the underside and not having to completely remove everything topside. But the longer I look at this, the more I make an action plan, the more I'm realizing as much as I love this teak deck, and I think it's quite romantic, it just might not be feasible in the long run. We could just squeegee on some stuff and try to get by for a little bit longer, and God knows my budget would like that, but I don't know. I think I've got enough money and time right now to do this right, if not nice. We're gonna do it right, but not as pretty as the teak. So redecking this whole deck would be in the 30,000 plus range. I don't have that kind of money, so instead we're looking at plywood and fiberglass. Pretty simple stuff, pretty affordable, and it's something I know well. It's not as pretty, but you know, what are you gonna do? We're only so wealthy, and we got to make this work somehow. So check it out. We got back here and into the master berth, and this space is so big that like my voice is echoing in here right now. Pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular. Again, there's some cleats in the corners. They seem okay, but the deck around them definitely got some rot. And one of these beams is slipping, so the knee that it's sitting on is not proper. So that is where the deck is the spongiest, and it makes sense why. So we're gonna be popping that up, and yeah, looks like the teak deck is, well, it's had its time in the sun, 40 years, not bad. But with 1,000 plus screws in it through the fiberglass, It's only a matter of time. This might be the ugliest tent job in the whole shipyard right now, but it'll have to do because I'm short on time. And honestly, I really want the encouragement to get back here as soon as possible and get these decks switched over because yeah, I'm looking around me and these 5, 6, 7, 8 year projects all around me, and I can't do that here. This has got to be a 4-month project tops. Wish me luck. And this is the end of the cleaning episode for me. Look at this van, absolutely jam-packed. We have all the sails, all the covers. We even have a outboard in there. All the cushions are in there. And I'm gonna throw that dinghy on the roof here, and then we're gonna take that back to Silva, fix it all there, so that we can just focus on getting just this deck done here. It's just a deck party. Big old deck.